Hello and happy Wednesday. You've got Colleen on your screen. And today we are talking about National Tooth Fairy Day, okay, which is coming up in a couple of days. So every year there are actually two celebrations for National Tooth Fairy Day in February and in August. Lucky Tooth Fairy, right? They get to be, celebrated twice a year. But the latter one is coming up in a couple of days, right, on August 22nd. So we're going to be talking today about the importance of this day, some facts about the tooth fairy, a little bit of history, and ways that you as a dental professional can help make it special for your pediatric patients. Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. But before we dive too deeply into that, I want to talk for a moment about Princess Dental Staffing. So Princess Dental Staffing, they are a dental job board and they have positions available for dental receptionists, dental assistants, dental hygienists, and dentists, and other dental professional roles in a variety of areas. We're talking full-time, part-time, temporary, and permanent roles available. So if you are a job seeker, visit princessdentalstaffing.com and see what positions they have available in your area. If you are a hiring manager, practice owner, decision maker, you can also visit princessdentalstaffing.com, and there's a lot of really great information on their website, FAQs and data, ways that you can start the process, and they have contact information on their website as well. Phone number, email, and chat is available. Okay. Also on princessdentalstaffing.com, you can check out their blog, which covers a lot of the same topics that we cover in these streams. Speaking of these streams, each week, Princess Dental Staffing is bringing you a new stream covering a new topic regarding your career in the dental industry. So if you don't want to miss out on future streams, be sure to follow our page or subscribe to our channel. If you like the content we're bringing you, please do drop us a like. And if you want to be part of the conversation, maybe you are doing something special for National Tooth Fairy Day this year, or maybe you have some questions, thoughts, insights about the content we're bringing you, or about the dental industry as a whole, go ahead and comment below. Let's get a conversation started. Okay. All right. So let's talk about this very lucky tooth fairy who gets 2 days every year. So there are actually two celebrations, one on February 28th and one on August 22nd. So for children, the tooth fairy represents a magical reward under their pillow every time that they lose a tooth, which is just a natural part of the oral health process, right? But for dental professionals, the tradition symbolizes something more profound, the opportunity to create positive early experiences with their pediatric patients that, hopefully will last a lifetime. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the legend of the tooth fairy. So the legend of the tooth fairy has taken many forms around the world. In some cultures, children, toss their teeth up onto the roof for good luck. Others, they get a small gift to mark the transition into adulthood. Okay, but today in the U.S., the tooth fairy is a chance for parents and providers alike to encourage and really help solidify and found those positive oral health habits such as brushing, flossing, and dental checkups that, again, hopefully will last a lifetime. So by linking a fun childhood memory with the message of oral and dental health, dental professionals can make a lasting impression during some of the most formative years of a child's life. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about the history of the holiday itself. Okay, so the holidays really. So National Tooth Fairy Day, again, recognized and celebrated on February 28th and August 22nd. And both dates kind of carry meaning. So when we're talking about the February 28th celebration, this observance was created by children's author Katie Davis, who introduced the holiday while promoting her picture book entitled Tooth Fairy. She chose the date to coincide with National Children's Dental Health Month, which is February, making it a natural moment to sort of raise awareness, oral health awareness among children, right? So the playful twist on this is that February sometimes ends on the 28th day, sometimes the 29th. So it makes it sort of a perfect month to celebrate a magical character like the Tooth Fairy, right? So to make the holiday official, Davis submitted it to Chase's calendar of events, an annual reference guide that catalogs thousands of holidays, anniversaries, and special observances. Okay, it's often considered the definitive record of national holidays. Okay, so Chase's gave the holiday legitimacy and visibility, helping it to gain recognition nationwide. Now, for the August 22nd celebration, which is coming up in a couple of days, this second observance is not just the second observance because it comes later in the year, but also because it was established later, right? So back when the school year started after Labor Day, okay, August 22nd was excuse me, was really well positioned just before the back to school season and served as a timely reminder for parents to schedule their child's biannual dental checkups, right? So like right before school, so you don't have to do it like in the middle of school, take them out of school and stuff, right? So it really served as a great reminder for parents to prioritize their children's oral health by scheduling that dental checkup. And now with school starting in July, August kind of time frame, might be time to kind of shift that date right back a little bit more to kind of help parents with those reminders. But as of right now, it still stands that it is August 22nd, so we're going to be celebrating on August 22nd. But still, really great reminder for parents to go ahead and schedule that biannual checkup if you haven't done it already. Okay. Alrighty, so let's talk a little bit about different like fun facts about the tooth fairy. Just some fun facts, maybe to share with your pediatric patients or parents or whoever. But the going rate for tooth fairy payout, okay, the average tooth fairy payout in the United States is about $4 to $6 per tooth, right? But some children it's actually been reported that some children receive as much as $20 for their first tooth. That is a heck of a lot more than the 50 cents I got back in my day. Lucky kids. So going rate is about $5 per tooth. So let's take a look at some global traditions, right? In Mexico and Spain, children leave teeth for el ratón de los dientes. That's the tooth rat or the tooth mouse, okay? Also in France, they also have le petit souris, which is a little mouse. That's who collects teeth. It's not a fairy. So in some countries, it sounds like it's like a rat or a mouse. And in Japan, children actually throw lost teeth onto the roof or beneath the floor because it's considered good luck, right? It brings good luck. Some other fun facts, the first Tooth Fairy play, so the modern character gained popularity in the U.S. after the 1927 children's play, The Tooth Fairy, by Esther Watkins Arnold. And author Katie Davis's children's book, Tooth Fairy, helped inspire the official holiday, securing its place on February 28th in Chase's calendar of events, which we kind of talked about a little bit earlier. And by the time they're done, children will lose 20 primary teeth. That's a lot of Tooth Fairy visits, right? And about $5 a tooth. These kids are making bank, right, off these lost teeth. So that's really awesome. Okay. So let's kind of talk about, with all this talk of, National Tooth Fairy Day coming up in a few days, this is a really great holiday to connect for dental offices and dental professionals to connect on a lot of different levels. Again, it's a really excellent chance to start building that oral health foundation among your pediatric patients, okay? So some ways you can connect are through patient education, right? Providing messages about and information about brushing and flossing, fluoride, the importance of regular cleanings to patients, et cetera, right? All of those really important things that we really want to establish early on in the patient's life. This is a great opportunity to provide those messages and information on why these things are important and some of these techniques and how to do them correctly, right? Brushing and flossing. It's also an excellent opportunity to engage with community. You can host a tooth fairy themed event at your office or share fun educational tips on social media to reach families in your area. And it's also a great way to build trust among the community, right? Again, and among your pediatric patients. Again, early positive dental visits can help reduce anxiety and foster those lifelong habits that promote oral health care. Okay, smiling child with a shiny new toothbrush from the tooth fairy is more than just a cute moment. It's a foundation for something better and improved throughout their lifetimes. Okay. So again, take this opportunity. Maybe it seems like a silly holiday to you, but it could be a really great opportunity to really build those foundations and make those memories with your pediatric patients. Okay. So when it comes to this holiday, every single dental professional has a role to play in creating, again, that first positive experience or those early positive experiences among children when it comes to, visiting the dentist, right? Behind every positive patient experience is a team that makes families feel comfortable, cared for, and understood. And on days like National Tooth Fairy Day, the need for skilled and compassionate staff is very clear and very essential, right? So if you are a dental hygienist or a dental assistant, make sure that you know how to explain dental care in kid-friendly language so that they understand you and understand the importance, and it makes it fun. If you're front office professional, make sure that you are warmly greeting nervous children and their parents, right? Their parents can be really nervous too when they're bringing their kid to the dentist, right? If they didn't have those early positive experiences, it makes sense that they're a little bit nervous and anxious. So make sure that you are providing those warm greetings and that welcoming environment to kind of help ease those tensions and anxieties, okay? And if you are a dentist, make sure that you are reinforcing the importance of oral care while keeping your visits fun, effervescent, and stress-free as much as possible, okay? Observances like the National Tooth Fairy Day also highlight the value of staffing flexibility. Many practices experience a surge in pediatric visits around back to school season, which is kind of what we're in right now, right? So when you have access to reliable temporary staff, your office can host special events, manage higher patient loads, and continue to deliver excellent care without overwhelming your core team during the back to school season. And it's not just about patient care. Celebrations like this also help boost your team's, morale, help, build those relationships and boost that teamwork among your permanent and temporary employees, right? So a dental office team that works together to make dentistry enjoyable fosters an office culture that attracts both patients and prospective employees, okay? So how can you celebrate National Tooth Fairy Day in your office in a way that creates those, positive experiences for your pediatric patients, eases the tensions of, nervous patients, and really helps, engage and build your team? Okay, let's talk about it. So some ways that you can do this, and these are just some really, really simple ideas, okay? And you can kind of take these and run with them, make them bigger, but these are just some really simple, basic ideas that really have a lot of impact. First of all, a tooth fairy goodie bag, right? You can include a toothbrush, floss, or maybe even a small toy for the kiddos. Photos, you can use a fun backdrop for a Tooth Fairy Day picture, and you can post those on social media. Speaking of social media, you can create a social media campaign, share fun facts like some of the ones that we shared earlier. Average tooth fairy payout is about $5, right? And this really helps reinforce oral hygiene reminders as well. So that's a really great option. And finally, community partnerships. You can collaborate with local schools to host a day of tooth health education and, maybe throw in a tooth fairy theme. So these activities, again, they're not just fun, they also build goodwill, trust, and stronger community relationships. They help build your team, boost morale, and they are essentially beneficial for your patients, especially your pediatric patients. And they also showcase your office culture, right? This is a great chance to showcase your office culture, which is appealing again to both patients and prospective job applicants and candidates. Okay. All right, so that is National Tooth Fairy Day, at least one of them, and ways that you can celebrate, engage with your patients, engage with your team. Now, let's talk a little bit about how Princess Dental Staffing is spreading the fairy magic. So, at Princess Dental Staffing, they know that celebrating oral health isn't about just one day on the calendar, right? If you've seen some of our previous streams, you know there are a lot of dental holidays, okay? It's not just about one day, 1 week, 1 month. It has to be year round. And it's about building the right team to create positive experiences every single day, every single visit with every single patient. The tooth fairy may handle the magic, but your staff brings the care, the comfort, the professionalism that makes patients return year after year. So if your office is preparing for the busy back to school season, or you just want to strengthen your team to serve children and families better, Princess Dental Staffing can definitely help you to find the right professionals for temporary or permanent coverage within your office. And suppose you're a dental professional looking to work in practices that value patient relationships and community engagement. Princess Dental Staffing's got you there as well. Their platform connects you with opportunities that match your skills and passion, all while spreading the fairy magic. It's also super, super easy to create a profile on princessdentalstaffing.com and get your information in front of these prospective employers. Okay. Alrighty, so that is our information on National Tooth Fairy Day, happening again in 2 days, August 22nd. So hope you found this stream to be informative, insightful, and really helpful in helping you to, progress your dental career. We will be back next week with a new topic covering your career in the dental industry. But until then, hope you have a great week. Have a great weekend. Continue to stay safe out there. We will see you soon.